Am I a fraud? Am I not a real tattoo artist because I digitally draw on a tablet? Should you be ashamed of yourself for digitally drawing or doing art instead of using traditional media? Or maybe people are afraid of a younger generation coming in with technology that they have at their disposal? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Adora. I am a lifelong artist. I have been a professional tattoo artist for the past 2 years. I grew up using traditional media primarily and only started dabbling in digital art when I first got my Wacom Bamboo tablet in 2012. And throughout since then, I've not really fully embraced digital art, but since I became a tattooed artist, I mainly draw digitally now. I prepare all of my tattoos on my Samsung tablet, all for the sake of convenience. Today we're gonna chat while I show you my digital art process on drawing out my little logo mascot, Girly Poo. I'm in some tattoo artist groups, and I've seen some opinions online about how digital art is cheating, real artists don't need a tablet, y'all kids and your little iPads, tattoo artists who use iPads aren't real tattooers, blah 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 blah. Now, I feel like most people have generally accepted technology, and some might even be utilizing it to some degree in their creation process. But a lot of people still kind of hold this grumpy mentality. Now, I fully understand and respect the long history of art and tattooing, but I also understand adapting to the world we live in and embracing change to further lead us towards innovation. So, tools don't really define talent. Okay, digital art is just another tool. It's just like using pen and paper. Digital art is a medium for creating art. The tools you use don't determine your skill level. What matters is how you use it and how you bring your creative vision to life. And if you can't draw hands on pen and paper, you definitely can't draw them on a tablet either. Okay, for me personally, I know I used to have the hardest time drawing noses, but with a little practice, now I can kind of draw them to where I'm kind of happy with them. Okay, and that was not going to change whether or not I used a tablet or pen and paper. Hold on. My fangs right here is really bothering me. It's always like the blonde part because like the blonde part's like the most dead. Oh my god. Duck down. Duck down. Oh my god. No, Ducky. Ducky was like, fuck your hair. No, I need you. Okay. My blonde parts kind of piss me off sometimes, and it sometimes be looking fried, even though... Okay, we're good. Duck's alive. Anyways, so another point that I had is I firmly believe doing digital art can actually enhance your creativity. Now hear me out, okay? You have the freedom to experiment. I know, like, at least for me and probably a lot of others, digital art gives you the flexibility to experiment with different ideas without the fear of ruining a piece of paper or wasting a bunch of materials, because that gets expensive fast. Also, like, you don't have to buy a bunch of supplies, you just have to have like the one tablet. I know for me, all of my paints, brushes, canvases, different sketchbooks, specialty papers, etc., it costs way more than a tablet put together, okay? Anyways, this is gonna allow you to get a bunch of ideas out visually before committing. If you're paying attention at all to the time lapse, you can see me redo a bunch of things. This is because when I drew this, I didn't really have a plan in mind. Sometimes I just let my body and mind do in the moment and create whatever I do. That's my creation zen. I didn't make a thumbnail sketch, and with the power of the undo button, I'm experimenting and settling on each component in this drawing like as I go. I can play around with different lines or looks or ideas on the fly without overthinking and overanalyzing everything. So I'm literally drawing and deciding whether or not I like it, and I move forward quickly. If I was doing traditional media, I'd want to make sure that I had a sketch, a refined drawing, and then a final outline. And if I fucked up on any of that, now I have to erase it or start over. And bro, I'm a busy mom. I have bills to pay. I'm not privileged enough to spend all my time on that. I don't know about you, but not me. When using a tablet, I have noticed that my speed for my design process exponentially increases. Makes me more efficient. This is especially helpful when I'm working on complex designs or collaborating with clients and I need to make quick changes, which is such a huge must for tattooers and artists. Honestly, like if you're ever having to face like a client, like I'm not trying to make my client wait in the lobby for hours for me to erase, trace, redraw, hand stencil, everything. Especially if I charge by the hour. Even if I didn't charge my client for that time, that is time that I could have been actually tattooing somebody else. I could have had 2 clients that day instead of the one and spending 3 hours drawing and redrawing. Like I could have had another person in making additional money, Now, I'm still young-ish, young enough to embrace tech. Then again, I've kind of always been a tech girly, so I don't know. But anyways, the tattoo industry is ever evolving. Same with the art industry. Technology is becoming an integral part of the industry. From digital design software to tattoo machines with advanced features, embracing new tools like digital tablets is just part of evolving as an artist in a modern day world would, Staying stuck in the past can really limit your potential and might even give your clients an unsatisfying experience. And this isn't a competition between the old and new, it's about choosing between traditional and digital methods. They can coexist. Many successful tattoo artists use both, sketching ideas on paper and then refining them digitally. I do that sometimes. I've got a notepad and pencil nearby. I doodle all the time. Doodling is like breathing to me. Ooh, sometimes I just catch myself doing it. I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, oh, that doodle is really cool. Actually, I should make that into a tattoo design. And then, I'll elaborate on it further digitally. Now, one thing that can be discouraging or a little upsetting or just kind of like this, I don't know, when people just want to be so loud about gatekeeping, I've seen in the fine art community or tattoo community where people kind of bash on digital artists, and you know what? We should keep challenging the gatekeepers, okay? There's a sense of gatekeeping in the industry from some older generations who may view digital art as inferior or cheating. Don't let that mindset hold you back. Seriously, every artist's journey is different, and there's no one right way to create art. I think we can still respect tradition while innovating. Using digital tools doesn't mean you're disrespecting traditional tattoo or art methods or the history of the craft. It's about pushing boundaries and innovating while still honoring the roots of the art form. I think it's amazing that a few tattoo artists around the world are keeping their traditions alive. For example, across the globe, we still have people practicing the art of hand tapping tattoos, where they hand tattoo with a bamboo or metal tool. I totally commend these individuals for doing what they're doing. And you have people who wish to hand draw and stencil everything. Or you have people who purely want to paint with just oil paint on a canvas and that's it. You can choose to go that route if that's your preference. But I don't want to, don't let yourself feel pressured by these naysayers. And also, if you are a more traditional approach kind of person, you do you. Don't bash on others, okay? Not everyone needs to stick to the ancient or old school method. Do what works for you. Let people do what works for them. So since embracing digital art in my own art process, it's really helped me in my whole client experience and professionalism department. Because clients, at the end of the day, they care about results, okay? Not the tools. Most clients are more concerned with the final artwork or a tattoo and the experience you provide, rather than the tools that you use to create the design. If you're using a digital tablet that helps you deliver a better final product, then it's a professional choice, okay? And don't let other artists talk you out of that, because you do you what is best for you and your buyer. Obviously, unless your buyer said, I need a watercolor painting specifically for the gallery, then, but that I'm not talking about that, okay? And like, part of professionalism is using the best tools available to you. You want to use the best tools at your disposal to achieve the best results for your clients. If a digital tablet enhances your work, it's a sign of professionalism. It's not a shortcut. You're being efficient, okay? That's not a bad thing. In a competitive industry, digital skills can set you apart. Being able to provide digital mock-ups or quickly make revisions and offer clients a clear vision of their final tattoo really gives you an edge in client satisfaction. Now, I love doing digital art myself. I'm a big drawer. I love using pen and paper, markers, and watercolor paints and gouache, whatever. It's just fun. But since becoming a tattoo artist, most of my time is wrapped up in drawing tattoo designs. And now I mainly draw on my tablet for those because it's convenient, okay? This is one way it's integrated into my workflow. If I'm sitting at my appointment with clients showing them my draft, like, hey, look what I did, do you like it? They're like, oh my god, yeah, or oh my god, yeah, but can we change like this posing in their hand? And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll work with them in person to make those changes on the go. I don't have to make them wait more than an hour to get our idea going. What if I had put like a stencil of a tiger tattoo in the client and they decided that they wanted it to make it bigger or change the position? Because now that they actually see it on their body stenciled, they're not happy with it and now they want to change it. Like, it's going to take me a long time to make it bigger and change the position if I did it all by hand originally. Again, this is not a diss at people who hand draw or hand stencil things. It's just, for me personally, in my process, it makes me slower. I don't like to be slower. I want to be efficient. So that's just me. I've got no time to re-hand draw a design and re-hand stencil it. Again, I got bills to pay. You do you, boo. And at the end of the day, it's your journey, your tools. Don't compare yourself to others. Every artist's journey is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. If using a digital tablet is what helps you create your best work, then that's what matters. Don't feel pressured to conform to someone else's idea of what makes a real artist or a tattoo artist. Just focus on your artistic skill and let it grow and let your work speak for itself. Be confident in your process and your ability to deliver quality work. At the end of the day, it's your creativity and craftsmanship that matter, not whether you used a pencil or stylus to get there. And I'm going to end it on that note. Have you personally faced backlash for creating digital art? Are you a tattoo artist who faced criticism for using your darn little iPad? Did it stop you from using tech in art, or did you went for it anyways? Comment below and let me know. But yeah, here's my little logo mascot girly poo. See you next time.